one of the most fun events I've ever worked.
All right, folks, we are here with a surprise broadcast here. I am with the voice of the DCHL, Jason Stitcha. Famed superstar, NFL stars past, present, and future lining up to meet with him over the weekend here. Jason, what's it like to be a celebrity?
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say celebrity, or even voice anymore, Joe. You've done enough of these streams now. I think you've taken on the mantle of the voice of the DCHL for me, and well-deserved it is indeed.
I do my best to fill in the gaps, but when championship time comes around, we got to get the all-star in here. So Jason here, we got the stick magnets against Gwendolyn here. Gwendolyn Gladiators in gold here. Carolyn with the ball for stick magnets. Gets deflected by Becca. Enterbond takes it in. Broken up. Seth chips it in. Enterbond's shot up over the net. Carlos Cruz in net for the stick magnets. So what is your experience with these two teams? I know you play for the High Rollers here. Give us the inside scoop here.
Both teams very well. A lot of talented players. Jason Boygan and Abdul doing battle there, as you see, past the Becca Newman. The key with both these teams is they've got shooters, and so you can't give them any space at all. Especially a player like Abdul. I have seen him score both, just watching and in a game against me in net, score from the other side of his defensive zone. So you can't give these players any space at all. Jason Boyd, of course, plays goalie in this league, but he also plays a lot of forward, especially center. Very fast, very good with his hands, and he's got a respectable shot as well. So you can't give him any space to work with. You've just got to kind of get in the way, as Abdul did there. Just put your stick down, force them to make an ill-advised pass or a low percentage shot on net.
And Jason just flicked it on net. He's going to get an offensive zone draw right there, get the line change. That's a pretty solid play right there. You want to get off the floor every now and then, just throw it on net, have the goalie glove it, take an offensive zone draw here. Go ahead.
You always want to put on net. I'm a big believer of that, both as an offensive player and as a goalie. I've had so many goals go in off of me, off of a weird bounce, a fluky bounce, or just deflected off of my own defensive player past me. So you always want to put on net when you have an opportunity, especially if they're giving you the space to do so.
Juliet throws over to Joe Abbott. Joe centering pass hits Dan Cordell on the foot. Derek O'Halloran with a sweet little hand move there. Derek scored both goals for the stick magnets last week. So I'd like to give him some shout-outs, but we got to go another shot on that right there, as you're talking about. We got to give some props to another O'Halloran. For those of you who had been playing in the league previously, Nancy O'Halloran, one of the most loved players in the league who unfortunately had to move. She is in the United States Masters team, women's team. And Matt Kowalski in the house. So Nancy, she got 5 assists already at the tournament. She is dropping dimes, as they say, Jason.
Have you seen pictures of the venue for this tournament?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It is a hockey rink, literally on a peninsula on the water. I haven't been to every ball hockey venue in the world, obviously, but I'd go so far as to say it's one of the most beautiful venues in the world that I've seen just looking at it from pictures. I can't imagine actually being there.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. I mean, it's hard to argue on the beach, right next to the water in Bermuda. But, yeah, so shout-outs to the, I believe, the USA Red team with several DCHL representatives has won the bronze medal, and the gold medal game between the other USA team and Canada is going to be going on very soon. We'll make sure we give a DCHL update, give them some hashtag love. But we're going back to the game here. Derek O'Halloran, D'd up by Lindsay Hightower here. Derek rolls out, tries to throw it on net. Phil Glazier is going to gather it up here.
Kind of sauntering to the corner there.
He's in no rush. Phil's going to let the game come to him. Oh, nice pass to Derek.
Couldn't handle the pass. It's locked down. Still kept in the zone, though. Dumped deep in the corner. Phil's going to try and get there. Of course, it gets a little bit of a stick out. Oh, nice play.
Chris Barnetti, nice jumped it, yep.
To just pinch in and make the play happen.
Joe Arado tries to break it out here. That ball is out. Ping-ponging back and forth here.
And yeah, I was waiting to see if a whistle would occur there. It was offside, and it was a shot on net. Not an intentional shot on net, of course. It looked just like a casual dunk.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Jason.
Yep.
Goes all the way down. Shout-outs to our refs here. We got Suds and Paul Jordan here trying to keep these two teams nice and by the book here. So right now we got, for the stick magnets, we got Jim Reese, we got Jason Boyd, Andy Gladfelter, Carolyn, and who is the other woman right there? I cannot tell.
Hard to tell through the helmet.
Yeah, the problem is you wear a helmet. I can't really tell here. Oh, Abdul at the point.
Look at that space. He missed the net there, but it was only about
about, 6 inches off the post.
Classic Abdul missing the net right there.
No icing as it goes all the way down. Waved off by referee Suggs. Taken out by the Knights. Abdul has the space. Decides to dump it back, make the safe play behind the net. That's a veteran move.
I believe that's Andrew out there. Hard to tell right now. Looks like it. She is sleeveless.
Still have a nice pass to center, but Abdul was waiting at the back door for it. Going to chip it up to David Altschuler. Chip out, and Jim Reese now has control. Chips it by, and up to Andrew Gladfelter. Gladfelter now dumps in. Oh, good play by Altschuler. He didn't know where it was, but he did find it. Abdul tried to make a play, couldn't do so.
Jason Boyd, come on, Jason, and hit him on the stick.
Just
so close.
Andrew, look at this battle between Andrew and Abdul. Abdul's got the long reach with his stick, but Andrew's still stuck with the play and was able to keep it in the corner as Jim Reese keeps it in the zone now.
Little louder.
Little louder. How's this, everybody? No, I'm just kidding. All right. David Altschuler chips it, tries to chip it out the zone, does not do so. Jim Reese keeps it in once again. A race to the corner to see who gains possession. It will be the stick magnets. Jason Boyd, though, couldn't handle it. Goes back out. Carolyn keeps it in. What a play.
Huge keep in.
And that one will go all the way down. No icing here as Jim Reese had a plausible play on it, but couldn't handle it. Chips it back up to Jason Boyd now. Boyd, another quick, nice backhand chip.
Breakout to Andy G right there. Stitch, man, I'm just sitting and listening, man. You're killing it, man.
Oh, thanks. As it goes off of Carolyn, shipped up again, and Jason Boyd could not play it, or else it would have been an offside call. So now Abdul chips it all the way up to center. Again, a little mishandled there, and yes, it is indeed going to be an offside call. Just a little too early on the jump. And with that, we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
So what are you seeing right now, Jason, with the, we're 7.5 minutes through the first here. We have a 0-0 game right now.
The stick magnets, I think, have had more offensive zone time. They've certainly had more shots on net. Abdul's had a couple shots, but they've gone wide. So stick magnets seem to have the momentum right now. It'll be interesting to see how Gwendolyn responds. That one is dumped in the corner. Phil Glazer couldn't get to it. He kind of backs off, swung to the other corner as it goes.
Joe Arata, Lindsay Hightower.
And that will come out the zone. Derek backhands it off the boards. It's taken by Gwendolyn now as Gwendolyn gains the zone, but Derek gains possession. Oh, a misplay there as it goes off of Carlos's stick. It's going to go all the way down, but not all the way out. Oh, another quick backhand chip. That one does not go on net. That one will, and another shot on net, but it goes just off the pad of Carlos Cruz. Now there's a scramble to the side of the net. Possession gained by Anna of Stick Magnets. Another quick shot attempt, but it doesn't go on net. Couldn't get through all the traffic. Now, Derek O'Halloran having trouble gaining possession. Goes off a couple different sticks on its way to Phil Glazer. Phil Glazer now trying to settle it down. Gains the zone. Another quick chip. Good job on Phil sticking with the play and using his feet to kind of kick it ahead. Now we have an opportunity here. A 1 versus 2. You don't see many of those. Quick passing there. Shot goes just wide of the net through Carlos's crease as Chris swings it to the far boards. Joe Abbott with the pass attempt. Oh, another quick shot and a goal!
Inner from Joe Abbott. Okay, so Jason, man, how does it feel to be 100% wrong here? You said Stick Magnets dominating. Gwendolyn must have heard that, and they just threw it in there, and they have just been bringing it the last couple minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to take any credit. Gwendolyn's a tough team, of course. As I mentioned earlier, you can never count them out of it. And you saw the key there was the passing. You need to make the goalie move side to side. And you saw that there. Carlos couldn't make the save. He did drop down, but because he had the slide, he couldn't get both of his leg pads into the butterfly position, and that's why the 5-hole goal was scored by Anner Bond.
Yeah, if you get the goalie moving east-west, it's a lot harder. You catch him off guard. There will be more holes right there. So that's a big goal by Anner Bond from Joe Abbott right there. And that just goes to show you, you get the ball one side. Don't be afraid to throw it across, across the crease. You get the goalie moving like that, good things happen. So that's 1-0 Gwendolyn here with 5 minutes left here in the first. Joe Abbott and Andy Gladfelter lining up for the draw here.
Another win by Joe Abbott. He's been good in the face-off circle so far. Stick Magnets had possession in the corner. Hard for me to see from this vantage point. And that
ball's loose.
Yeah, that one's kind of batted down by a couple different people. Stick Magnets still have control, but it is contested control as now the Gwendolyn Knights are able to swing it up the boards. Jim keeps it in on both the first and second attempt. Jason Boyd swings it all the way down. He's had enough of that battle. He's taken behind the net by Gwendolyn.
Lindsay Hightower's going to try to bat it out. Joe Arata going to go battle for this ball right here. that Joe Arata and Jason Boyd doing his thing. Boyd's all over the place. I feel like anytime I watch him play, he's always near the ball, always making good plays.
And always plays clean physically, you know. That's the difference between the veteran players, I feel, and a quick shot, but it goes high over the net. You know, the players who give just enough physicality, but not
that ball's loose.
Yep, because it is covered up. You know, a little physicality. Hockey's a contact sport, Joe, so there's always going to be some level of physicality, but it's to the point where you start throwing your shoulders intentionally or trying to kind of use your body to gain an unfair advantage against the person. You didn't see that there because Jason's a veteran player. He understands that, you know, he can do what he can physically to get the ball, but he can't unduly obstruct the other player, and that's the definition of a clean hockey play.
There you go. Carolyn trying to take a shot here.
Oh, Jim actually kind of stole the ball from her.
A little bit.
Had a shot off. She does get a shot off
on
there.
net. Big save by PJ right there. Kicked it aside. David has it. Oh, so for those of you who were not watching on Wednesday, Carolyn actually played forward for Puck Mafia, and I was shocked. She had a bunch of good chances. She played great. Puck Mafia got a great win. I've been saying it for weeks. That team is getting better every week. They're playing good hockey. They just need to develop that chemistry, and they upset Islanders right there, and that was a huge win for them, and I expect it to continue.
Yeah, you know, Puck Mafia, we've got a couple new additions this season, and Dan and Costa.
Yep.
They've been key, you know, as they've learned the rules of this league and have begun to gel with the other teammates on Puck Mafia.
So, let's go. When Jason says learn the rules of the league, he means not high stick 1,000 times.
Yeah, among other things, but that's certainly the most common mistake. You know, it is a natural thing to want to bring your stick over someone to as a safety thing. You don't want to hit them in the face, but because, you know, not everyone in this league wears helmets, we have to keep the safety of the players foremost in our minds. As Abdul takes that behind the net, a high chip. You see the backhand strength of Abdul. They're able to chip it high in the sky. David Elshul will help it out the rest of the way as Becca Newman now takes the shot on. It's deflected by Anna, goes to the corner where Jim will handle it, chips it up to Phil. It goes by Phil's stick and onto Abdul's as he's able to chip it a bit forward. Derek helps it out the rest of the way, and now that one will actually be played to their own goalie. It's more of a soccer play than a hockey play there, but hey, no harm, no foul. Abdul using a little bit of moves there. Gets it to David. Actually, David had to back off. He realized that Chris was going to have the shot. No icing as that came from the neutral zone. Derek keeps it in with the backhand, and Abdul will hit it out with the backhand. Oh, beg your pardon, as Chris was there to make the play. That one will go off the back wall. Another quick chip in front.
Chris and Abdul battling for it here. Juliet's going to chip it up and over. Back
nice
to
job
Juliet.
pinching the wall there. Oh, Carlos tried to play it. It went just out of his reach, and he didn't want to get too far out of his own crease. You see that sometimes with goalies. Kevin Shea comes immediately to mind. You know, he's very active in playing the ball, and
3-on-2. Uh-oh.
That one's going to be negated by an offside, it looks like.
That was close right there, but that's an unlucky for stick magnets. That was a 3-on-2 forming right there with just under a minute left here. 1-0 Gwendolyn Gladiators. Goal by Anna Urban from Joe Abbott right now is the only tally on the board right now. Just going to go.
Seems to be a little confusion as to where the drop should come. Suds is absolutely correct. It should come on that far side.
So we're gonna, at the end of the first period, which is in 40 seconds, we're going to have a special late-breaking DCHL Outsider News update right now. But as right now we got Juliet chasing up all down. Chris Bernetti is going to get it. Edges there first. But Annerbon's going to get there. Juliet forces a little bit of a turnover. Centering pass. Juliet could not get a stick on it, but she's got the ball. Looks to make a play on that. Chris Bernetti is going to alley-oop it. It's going to go down. Lindsay Hightower is going to bat it down. Look to make a play here. Seth has it.
Got another chance here. Good job by Anna breaking it with her stick. Goes on net, but Carlos is able to steer it aside. 8 seconds left as Jason Boyd is just going to kill time here. That is the smart move to make. 3, 2, 1, and 0. That'll do it for the first period, folks. Score of 1-0 in favor of the Gwendolyn Knights. As I've been or the Gladiators, beg your pardon. You know, there's about 18 Gwendolyn teams now in the league, I think. You know, they're kind of just going to have a team name for every letter of the alphabet, I feel like, by the end of the year.
That's very possible. So we have special, exciting news here. This week's episode of the DCHL podcast, we have special guests from the Gwendolyn Gladiators, Joe Abbott and Joe Arata, folks. So this was an awesome interview. I can't wait to air it. It might have been one of the best we're ever going to get. So I highly suggest everyone tunes in, gives it a listen. Join us on Facebook. If you're watching this, you're probably already checking us on Facebook. And
shots were 8-6 in favor of the Magnets.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They had a lot of good sustained time, as you had pointed out. But it was that one little surge that Gwendolyn capitalized with and scored. PJ playing great net. So if the Gladiators want to keep this up, they're going to need another goal or two, or they're going to need to get some more offensive zone time. So if you're Jason, I always like asking this question. If you're Jason Boyd, say, or whatever, captain of the Stick Magnets, what are you telling your team right now in the huddle?
You're doing all the right things. Just keep up the pressure. I mean, it wasn't even a defensive breakdown that led to that goal by Gwendolyn. It was just more of the outstanding passing by their players. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't make any stupid mistakes. Don't clear it up the middle. Just use the boards and just keep putting shots on net. They led the first period in shots on net. I expect that to continue in the second. Us goalies, we're such prima donnas. We need everything just right. We need our straps buckled. We need the net just on the line. And everything seems to be in order as the face-off is about to occur.
Seth's going to win that, but he's unfortunately going to kick to Jason. Jason shot on net, glove by PJ to start. Wake up, guys. That was a quick start to the period. 5 seconds in, and already Jason's got a quality chance.
Yeah, and a quality save, too, by PJ. It's a lot harder than it looks to make a glove save like that, folks, but PJ made it look easy.
All right, so Stick Magnets looking to start out and gain them momentum again that they had for most of this first period here. Wrap around a centering pass broken. I'm going to say that's Amy Bernetti. I'm winging it right now. I'm pretty sure that's her because Chris is here, but I cannot be 100% sure. We should stream Goonie Stingrays. Ben Purse in the house says we should stream Goonie Stingrays. I don't know, man. I love streaming games. Fortunately for me, I'm reffing that game again, so I'm excited to see how it's going to go. That was going to be a rematch from last week, rematch from the DCHL D3 Championship here. I expect fireworks and a lot of great play here, so let's hope, fingers crossed, that we get another great game, and we're going to stream as many games as we can, Ben, and we'll go from there. Jason Boyd, ball broken up by Seth here. What are you seeing right now, Jason?
Stick Magnets have come out hungry. I mean, they started, the period, as you noted, first 5 seconds, they get a quality shot from Jason Boyd, and this is the first time, really, that Gwendolyn has been able to get it out of their defensive zone. So, Stick Magnets are hungry. They want a goal, and I expect them to get a goal here in the next couple seconds or so. Yeah, maybe a couple minutes. I'll hedge my bet and say a couple minutes.
All right. I mean, that's a great point there. Stick Magnets got the ball in the zone for about a minute and a half. It was dumped out, and now it's just going back and forth. Uh-oh.
Oh, Joe's got a chance here. Oh, nice poke by Jim.
Ooh,
and nice poke there by Carolyn.
Had a chance there. Carolyn, great defense to pick that ball off. Becca has the ball. She's going to backhand it in there. Jim's going to gather it up. Looking to make a play. Goes up and over. Derek Holler looking to make a play on this. Joe Arada's going to get there first. But Phil Glazier picks it up. Looking to make a play here. A little scrum here for the ball. Joe Abbott has it. Look from the chip it and go. Great defense by Jim right there. Really hemming him in. They're still in there.
Nobody there for it by Stick Magnets.
Jim's going to end up with the ball again. Throws it on net right there.
And that's going to be offside. It was just a second offside, but enough for a face-off all the way back in the Stick Magnets zone.
That's happened a few times already. The Stick Magnets have had the ball thrown in on net when someone's in there. So you need to be careful because that will have it go all the way down in your defensive zone. So that gives Gladiators a chance to regroup, kind of reset after that little flurry here by Stick Magnets. And what we had seen was a 7-8 minute sustained, rush by them, and then Gwendolyn got the ball in the zone, got to set it up. And Gwendolyn gets a draw here, and they got Abdul at the point, so you never know. Looks like Ian gets thrown out of the circle there. Dan Cordell is going to jump in against Derek O'Halloran. Nice battle right there. Chipped all the way out. Abdul cannot get a hand on it. What you see, Jason?
Oh, Chris has it in play for the Stick Magnets. Dumped in and went off of Abdul's stick behind their own net. Chipped out, but again, nice play by Derek to use his legs to keep it in play. Only for a moment, though, and is not able to handle it as it goes back and forth in the neutral zone. Back up to Derek. Derek tried to chip it up to Phil. He was going to hit it with his hand. It's going to be a hand pass if Phil touches it. No! Referee Suggs ruling that Gwendolyn had touched it, and thus the play is legal. That one's kept in. Stick Stick Magnets having some difficulty in getting a rusher. They do gain the zone, but it's passed all the way in the corner. Bill's able to get there in time, though, keep play alive, keep possession for the Stick Magnets, as that one is swung toward the front of the net, but Bill's able to steer it out of harm's way. Pass up to Dan. He's got a chance at a quick shot. Oh!
Big save, Carlos.
He didn't know where it was at first, I think. You know, he made the first save. It was rolling toward his 5-hole, but he was able to locate it just in the nick of time. Back up to Abdul. He's going to retreat a little deeper into his defensive zone before swinging out now toward the boards. Oh, another quick shot. Didn't catch it in his glove, but Carlos was able to get the mid on it. Right up now. Gwendolyn dumps it in there. You notice that Gwendolyn's not really putting too much pressure. They're biding their time. They know that they have the 1-goal lead. They can be a little bit more patient. I would advise against too much patience, but they do have the luxury of not forcing things.
Yep, and right now we have 10 minutes left here in the second period. 1-0 Gwendolyn. Goal and bound from Joe Abbott for those of us just joining. So we are we're seeing Gwendolyn not really getting too many chances, but they're waiting for either a mistake or a turnover or something along those lines to counterattack, and I feel like they're letting Stick Magnets kind of bring it to them, and they're kind of applying some bend but don't break kind of strategy right here, and it's working for now. But you just need to be careful, because if you sit back, I mean, there's a period and almost 2 periods left, and you do that, they score 1, and then your whole game plan's kind of broken up here. Joe Arada's going to gather up. He's probably going to throw it. No, it's picked off here. Amy Burnett making a play. Centering pass broken up by Seth. Seth tries to clear it. Carolyn, big keeping right now. Throws it back in deep. Becca's going to gather it up. Kept in by Jim Reese. Jim throws it up. Big save.
Off his mask.
That ball's loose. Post!
That one looked in to me. I don't know.
It might hit a post there, Jason. Not sure. But there was that quick little flurry there for Stick Magnets.
Suds had the better angle on it. He rules that it went off the post and out. It was close.
Amy Burnett, a huge pickoff right there. Pass, and that's going to be offsides. Amy's forecheck led to that play right there. Throws it around. Great chance for the Stick Magnets there. PJ gets a little lucky off the post. Suds and Paul are going to review it here. From here, I couldn't really tell. I did hear some metal action. I had post. I heard post as well.
It was too close to call, so we defer to you. Yeah, I mean, my initial reaction was that it was in, but on further reflection, it popped in and out so quick. I think it really did hit the red pipe.
Yeah, a lot of the really the way you can tell is how hard it kicks out.
And by the sound too, the red pipes are thicker than the white ones inside the net, so they make a kind of a harder sound.
And a lot of the inside pipes are actually covered with foam to reduce the sound in any situation like that. So I think we're all right with saying that. Uh-oh. Big save by PJ. Again, that ball's loose.
Still loose. It's still
Another
loose.
shot. Stick Magnets really bringing here. If I'm Gwendolyn, I'd reconsider this bend but don't break strategy. You got to bring some offense here.
What I will say too is I'm a believer in the hockey gods, and they generally sort things out. Had Stick Magnets scored there, I would have been like, all right, maybe it was a goal on that post.
Oh,
but
turnover,
the fact
Becca.
that they didn't kind of leads me to believe that the hockey gods have confirmed our call.
There we go. Lindsay chips into Joe Abbott. Joe centering pass. Carlos is going to gather this up. He's unsure if he wants to freeze or not. Heather's in the house. Heather and Jake, as you can tell, not here today. Not sure what's going on, but Gwendolyn is in fact playing with a couple sub players there. Lindsay's subbing in there, so we'll see. Try to get the word. Heather, what's going on? What's up? You and Jake not there. You guys missed the early Gwendolyn game. They were able to win 4-2 against the Midnight Riders. Ben Berger 2 goals in that game. So good look for Gwendolyn right now, and they're up 1-0 right now, halfway through the game. 7.5 left in the second. Lindsay throws it in.
I think Heather and Jake are like on some Antarctic pleasure cruise. That's what I heard. I think they're taking a sightseeing tour at the Arctic research stations in Antarctica.
That's pretty awesome. I know it's vacation time for a lot of people. PJ's going to jump on this one as Amy puts the pressure on right there.
I'm of course joking. I don't know if you believe me. It looked like Joe believed me there.
Oh, I was. I know a lot of people travel. Celebrating Jake's birthday with his family. It is correct. It is Jake Morris's birthday. Happy birthday, Jake. May you have a very happy and awesome birthday. Hopefully you eat a lot more cake than you should. and then you get ready for your games next week. Nice keeping by Anna right there.
Phil's got a chance to keep it in. He does succeed in doing so. Nice hustle by Phil Glazier. Abdul trying to chip it out, tying this guy, and once again, Phil instrumental in keeping play alive for the stick magnets. Can't locate it at his feet. Does finally come out. Dan Cordella has a chance at it, but he's not going to have a breakaway opportunity as the ball is swung to the corner. Juliet with the quick shot. Oh!
David using his head there for once. I'm pretty sure a header on net does not count. Jake says thanks. I'm glad he's gonna hopefully have a great day, and we'll have to see what's going on right there. Gwendolyn doing their best to make sure that they give Jake a 2-3 win birthday surprise here. Nice forecheck by Dan Cordella, picks it off right here. The play's opening up right now.
5:45 to go in the second period of play as the stick magnets chip that up. It's going to go all the way down on net, therefore no icing. Abdul's got a little bit of time and space to work with. Swings it to the far side of the court. Held up there. Nice move to get by Anna.
Seth making the play, pass to Juliet.
Off of her heel. That's an unfortunate break there for Gwendolyn. Otherwise, they would have had a quality chance on net. Chip forward. Oh, spilled there. Incidental contact, so no penalty against either team.
I need to point out right now the irony of that going up Juliet's heel, as she has the name Achillea on her jersey right there. We found her one weakness, and it is her heel. Woo, how clever is that? I'm so lame, Jason. I don't know how you put up with me.
You know, any reference to Greek mythology is a good reference. That's kind of my view on that.
That's why we love the Gwendolyn jerseys. They do have got a lot of great
imagery.
Great imagery. That was awesome logo and a lot of cool god and goddess names right there. Juliet has it, looking to make a play here. Three stick magnets back here. Abdul with another chip back here. Heather's going to use her foot. I got Heather Sprague on the mind right now. Anna uses her foot.
Look for Jason to take a shot here. Oh no, pass attempt all the way to the other side for Derek O'Halloran. Derek has it in the corner, swings it to the front. Oh, off of Abdul's foot, goes high over the net. Look, good thing for PJ. Jason Boyd attempted past the center, but it doesn't materialize. Materialize, that's a $10 word there in a hockey broadcast.
Right there.
Another quick chip attempt by Jason Boyd, goes high and wide.
So I feel like stick magnets, if they could just gain the zone and then throw it in deep, and when they set up, they're getting a lot of quality chances. So I think it's just getting the zone, throwing it in deep, winning that race, and making something good. Carolyn, great shot, broken up though. A lot of blocked shots this period. I know we are aware Joe Abbott's sister designed the Gladiator logo. I've talked to him several times about this. She did an amazing job. It's great. And big shot saved by PJ. We are hopefully looking to do some more jersey
Jason's
featuring.
Got a chance at it. Scuffle in front of the net. Finally, PJ's forced to drop his stick and really just use both of his arms to cover it up. Got to do what you got to do as a goalie. And right there, you saw it with PJ. He's to use a baseball reference, he's pitching an outstanding game here. You know, shutout so far with 3:15 to go in the second.
Yep, and we've seen a lot of new cool jerseys in the last few weeks or month though. Zambronis have a pretty sweet jersey they came out with. We just had a debut for Midnight Riders, Blade Runners on Wednesday. Didn't really change their jersey much, but they've got a new version of it with the fake laces. So we've definitely seen some sweet new jerseys coming up recently. And we're hopefully gonna. That ball's loose.
Still loose. Okay, now it's covered up.
We're gonna try to.
PJ had to chicken wing it.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some more information on new jerseys. Try to feature them and give props to those who do the design and the planning behind that. But right now we got 2.5 minutes left here in the second period. Here, 1-0 Gladiators holding on by a thread here. Stick magnets are bringing the fury right now. Centering pass to Jason Boyd. Shot.
Oh, what a save by PJ just off of the toe part of his leg pad. If he doesn't stretch out enough, that's a good goal by Jason Boyd. But the goalie's still finding a way to make it happen for his team.
Big keeping by Carolyn here, keeping the pressure on. Jason Boyd turns, shot broken up by Joe Arata right here. Becca's going to gather. She's going to try to get rid of it. I think she tries to dump it in deep and let her team get a reset here. Stick magnets, again, they just get the ball in deep and they just grind you down here. They're getting all these quality chances. PJ playing great, though. Honor Bond's going to throw it in deep here. Jim Reese going to pitch for it. It's going to be a high stick on Becca. That will be a penalty.
Yep. I actually think it's not going to be a penalty. I don't know if anyone was within 5 feet. Oh, no, it will be. Yeah. Beg your pardon.
Yeah, I believe Amy was behind her and not in the the field where she swung it, but she was within 5 feet, so that will be a penalty here. And if I'm, if I could control the clock right here for stick magnets, I'd line up with about 15 seconds left, get yourself a chance to win that face-off back to Chris Bernetti. But beyond that, you want most of your time set up for the third period right now.
You can see Gwendolyn in no hurry to kind of run. I think that's a mistake. I think it was within their best interest to get lined up as quickly as possible and chew up as much of the clock as they could on this penalty kill.
Yep. Centering pass broken up right there. Face-off was won there. Stick Magnets had their chances, but now they're just going to get some more extra time on the back end here in the third period.
Yeah, keep the clock in mind for the third. If the Stick Magnets score a power play goal with seconds remaining on their power play, you're going to look back to this face-off and how slowly Gwendolyn was coming and look to that as the turning point.
Exactly right there. I'm a huge believer. If there's a, if there's a penalty towards the end of a period, I want to line up as quick as possible to kind of break that up into maybe two shifts. And because if you win the draw as a defensive team, you'll kill those extra couple seconds. More importantly, my big thing is I don't want to give them time to get a rest, put their goal scorers out there, come up with a plan. Catch them off guard where they're just trying to scramble the lineup and get that going. So I feel like you hurry, you try to break it up as much as possible, and you don't give them a chance to regroup. So I don't know. We'll see if that goes in bites going. It's about 4 or 5 seconds right there. A second matters. So we'll see what happens here. But so we have again 1-0 end of the second here. Gladiators ahead. So Jason, right now, if you're Gwendolyn, what do you say in your team right now?
You need to be more aggressive. You need to be more aggressive, not only in getting to the ball, but in getting the ball out of your own zone. Stick Magnets are hustling to every ball, and they're winning, I'd say 75% of the battles. So you need to not give them a chance. You're ahead 1-0, but it is a very, very tenuous lead, and so you don't want to give them any excuse to get back in this contest.
Speaking of tenuous, Jason, PJ had to make a lot of good saves, got help from the post on 1 or 2. So I mean, you can't be confident that it's going to be a 1-0 game through and through. So you got a shot update, Jason?
Yeah, 15-5 shots on net in favor of the Stick Magnets in that second period. So you see that, as I mentioned, that when the period started, Stick Magnets are hungry, and they had a 3-to-1 shot differential there in that period in their favor. So if they keep that up, PJ's been playing great, but there comes a breaking point for every goalie where they just get too tired, and where the amount of shots, just the volume of shots, becomes too much. So we'll see if that plays a factor here in the third.
I mean, all it takes is one lucky bounce or a bad rebound or whatever. And as someone's been playing hockey forever, you want a goalie who can put up 40, 50 saves in a game, but you never want to put him in a position where they have to do it. And that's just if they keep this pace up and Stick Magnets are allowed to shoot at will, there's going to be a rebound. There's going to be a bad deflection.
Going to be an interference call, but I like the aggressiveness of Gwendolyn to keep it.
And for interference right there, Gwendolyn, as you said, they got a little more aggressive on this, and they draw their own penalty right here, effectively killing the penalty for
Stick Magnets.
Yeah, killing the penalty, and they're going to get a little power play time on the back end of this. Not only that, too, they're just going to weather the power play just because of that right there. So that's a huge play for Gwendolyn. Jason called it correctly there. I give him props for that.
Face-off won by Gwendolyn. They keep it in play, but just as quickly it's out. No icing here as it comes from the neutral zone. All the way down it goes as Abdul has some time and space to work with. Gets up to Joe. Joe Abbott chips it deep. Again, no icing.
Dan Cordella, Chris Bernetti battling for it. Ball's having a hard time getting it out. Stick Magnets doing a good job pressuring right there.
Gwendolyn's about to be on the power play here. They're at full strength now.
Stick Magnets looking to get rid of it. Turnover to Abdul. Shot, big save by Carlos right there. Chris Bernetti tries to clear it, and it's going to go out. It's going to go all the way down. That will be a shot on PJ. Not the hardest one he's had to save today, but that does count in the stat book. Gwendolyn power play. I like to Abdul to carry it up as much as he can and then just let it rip. A nice little flick pass to Dan Cordella, though. Gains the zone. Dan throws it in deep. Looking to reset here. Throws it across. Juliet's going to try to get to this. Andy Gladfelter putting the pressure on there. Big keeping by Andrew. Hits Juliet in the heel again. What is this? This is the theme of the day right now. Dan and Phil battling for it. I can see him drop it to Abdul. Joe Abbott turns shot. Juliet's going to battle with this. Again, Amy Burnetti's going to try to clear it, and she throws it all the way down. Great clear on her part. Another shot on net, but PJ is all right with these all day.
Yeah, as a goalie, I'll take those shots on net all day.
Abdul loses it. Now Jason Boyg's going to get it. He's going to hold it, try to kill the rest of this. Nice breakout to Andy Gladfelter. David hits Juliet again in the heel. What is the deal, Juliet?
Got
Heel.
some tracking chip or something in her heel. The ball's just going right to it.
Jim Reese going to alley-oop
and that's going to kill the rest of Stick Magnet's penalty. I have to go downstairs and suit up a net for the next game. Joe, thanks for allowing me back in the booth. It's nice to be here every now and again.
I know, it was a blast. Jason Boyd shot, makes a spin move here, pass to Jim Reese. Shot goes just wide right there. Andy Gladfelter going to gather it up. Jason, thanks for joining us here. Carolyn pitchforks into Jason Boyd. Jason looking to make a play here. Shot, big save, PJ. Shot Jason Boyd. That ball's loose and frozen. Jason, thanks for joining us. We will catch you later. Aryan, you want to join? And we're going to try to get Aryan here for the final 11 minutes here. Aryan made his stream debut last week. A lot of compliments. We want to get him back here. So what do you see right now, Aryan? Played for Street Sharks in the previous game. 2 goals, playing with his old team.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It is really different in rec. It's really different in rec than playing in some of the upper divisions. But this game, both teams look really evenly matched. I've been playing a lot with these Gwendolyn guys on Monday nights, and they played great together. They play a really good brand of hockey, and yeah, I think that they probably, I haven't looked at the standings, but I would have to imagine they're one of, if not the top team in this division.
I don't know how familiar you are with D4 here. Nice shot by Derek, broken up. D4 is, it doesn't really matter if you're in first or last, because one win on any given week will move you from first to last.
Right.
This division it's all about parity. You've seen a little bit, First Lady's doing a good job first overall, but I mean, every other team is, one win away from it, from being first place. And this is what you see in this division. Gwendolyn's playing great. They got the 1-0 lead right now. And Gwendolyn was in the finals. Oh, big save. Ooh. Jason Boyd. Carolyn's going to jump up here. Takes a shot. Big glove by PJ right there.
Yeah, Stick Magnets are dominating possession.
And shots. It's 15-5 in shots in the second.
Wow.
So we're going to a quick little preview of your game coming up. It will be a rematch of Hightail. It is 1-0 Gwendolyn with 9.5 left here. Joe Abbott made a sweet assist to Anarbon right in the slot, so that was 1-0. So Goody Stingrays, this is going to be a rematch from last week. It's going to be a rematch of the D3 championship here.
Yep.
What is your perspective on the teams, the rivalry, the matchup? What thoughts can you give us?
I think we're fairly evenly matched. Both teams have a lot of top-end talent. So I think that the winner is going to be the one that controls their tempers the most. Because last week, I think our game ran about 20 minutes longer than it should have because everybody was taking penalties. And
both teams.
Yeah, both teams. And I don't know, we've always had a very, very physical rivalry. And I think just because of the types of players that are on each team, the games are called very tightly. And they should be. I'm glad they're called very tightly. But we can't find ourselves always on the penalty kill like I think we were in the first period of that last game.
Two of the penalties. I mean, a lot of the penalties weren't for being too aggressive. There were a couple high sticks. There was 2 players going the boards hard. Probably. I mean, any other teams, that penalty probably wouldn't have been called both ways. It was two for each player. It was to kind of loosen the tensions and calm people down a bit. So I mean, there were probably more calls than needed, but it's better to be in that situation. And I think it was overall a pretty clean game. I was happy with it.
Yeah. So like you were saying earlier, hopefully both teams kind of got their aggression out, and it'll be a much smoother game. I predict this time.
Yeah. So Stick Magnets have had the ball in the zone this whole time right now. Gladiators having a hard time getting it out. Anarbon looking to make a play here. Phil Glazer with a nice forecheck. Gives it to Joe Abbott. Joe Abbott tries to flick it out. Anna uses her foot. And a huge keep in. Huge keep in by Anna. Derek O'Halloran with the ball. Turn shot, gets it in deep. Amy Burnetti's going to go battle for it with Joe Arata. Amy looking to make a play. Enerbon gets it. He tries to clear it. That ball's still in, though. Gwendolyn, you got to get the ball out. David's going to throw it down. That should not go for an icing. Great play by David right there. Shout-outs to Teal joining the cast in Buffalo this weekend. As I'm a Buffalo native, I love it. Get to see what she got to do and what she thinks is awesome. What if she got to smell Buffalo, New York smells like Cheerios for reference.
Why?
There's a General Mills plant there, so if you're driving on the throughways, you'll smell Cheerios for days. Jim Reese tries to throw it out, hits Abdul. Abdul let it rip, baby. Shot misses the net. Becca with a response. That ball is still loose. Jason Boyd making a play there.
Smart play.
Yeah. Hits Jim Reese. Jim chips it in. Abdul's going to gather it up, but that ball's out here. 6.5 left in the third period. Arian rocking his St. Louis Blues jacket.
We got last preseason game of the season, last game of the preseason today against the Capitals, so I think ready for the regular season to start.
Trish is in the house. It is 1-0 Gwendolyn here. For the moment, nice shot by Becca right now. It was a goal. Enerbon scored from Joe Abbott here. Stick Magnets have been controlling most of this game here, but Gladiators have picking their spots wisely. Becca tries to pitchfork it in there. Andy G kicks it. Jason Maxstein in the house right now. Gets to watch this exciting D4 game. Jason Boyd carries it. Nice D by Andra. Jason Boyd spin move. But I must say, of all the divisions, I love streaming D4 probably the most because, except we got a penalty here. We looks like got a slash on Seth here. Maybe, Dan Cordell, I'm sorry. But, yeah, well, Teal, I believe, is in Buffalo. As we said earlier, Tricia, not sure what she's doing. Heather's celebrating Jake's birthday. It is 1-0. 1-0 Gwendolyn Gladiators. Goal in the first period. Yep, 1-0. 5 minutes left here, and it's going to be power play stick magnets here. Let's see what they can do.
I wonder if they pull their goalies soon.
That's going to be alley-oop by Abdul right now. 5 minutes left here in the 5 minutes left here in the third period. Power play. It'll be from 5 minutes to 3 minutes here. Carolyn's going to carry it up. Nice pass to Andy G. Great breakout on her part. Andy throws it. It's going to go in deep. Jason Boyd's going to get it and set up here. Stick magnets have been doing a great job setting up in the zone, and that's kind of what their bread and butter's been. Jim's going to go gather it up. Looking to carry it. Nice pass to Andy G. Not forcing anything. Pass to Amy. Trish is running 5 miles and drinking beer. What kind of beer is she drinking? That ball's loose. Jim's going to jump on it. Turn shot just misses the net. So, Trisha, we need to know your beer of choice on stream. Carolyn shot. Nice. That ball's loose again. Abdul with the alley-oop all the way down. That will not be icing as Carlos is out to play it. And also, between Carlos' legs. Whoops. And they're shorthanded, so there will be no icing. Jim's going to break it out to Jason. Hits Andy G. Throws it in. PJ is going to jump on this one. That ball's loose. Centering pass, Jason Boyd. Goal, Jason Boyd. Little hiccup by PJ there. Andy G hits Jason Boyd in the slot. That'll be a 1-1 game. Power play goal. Stick magnets.
Heads up pass.
Great pass by Andy G. The millions of people watching, millions if not billions watching at home. Unfortunate. Unhappy as Gwendolyn able to give up their 1-0 lead right there. Jason says hard to get much action in D4 with Abdul back there. Unfortunately, Jason spoke too soon as Jason Boyd was able to score. Trisha running the Dogfish Dash, the 8K at the Dogfish Brewery in Delaware, and she's getting her Dogfish Head Ale on right now. 3 minutes left here. We'll see if Gladiators are able to make a play here. Joe Abbott with the ball. Pass. Carlos did not see it. I ain't looking to make a play. Amy Burnetti's going to get this one, throw it all the way down. No icing. Jason Boyd, shout-outs for the celebration, folks. Going in, Joe Arata's going to gather this one up. 2.5 left here. Lindsay Hightower's going to bat it in. Chris Bernie picks it up. Look from the turn, shoot. Looks like it was off. The refs might have disagreed on that one, but that's all right. I believe the next game of the day is going to be IPA against the Zambronis. That will not be streamed, but that's all right, folks. We are going to stream as many games as possible.
Are we streaming Goonie Stingrays?
Goonie Stingrays, I'm reffing that, so hopefully we can get someone else to stream it. I'm so glad. I know Claude Williams came up interested in doing some streaming. I'm glad Aryan's been involved in some of the stream action. We had Adam Marcus call the game. We're going to try to call a game later on as well. Jess is streaming. If anyone's interested in streaming a game, if you're interested around the Sportsplex, you want to stream one, let us know. We'd love to have you on the cast. It's pretty easy. It's fun. Even if you're bad at it, you're probably a lot better than everyone else. So I will say I'm not a good public speaker, but doing this has definitely helped me. I think it's gotten me a little more confident in what I say, helps me improvise when I make a mistake. I feel like the hardest part for me is, I know everything I want to say in my head, and then I get off track one little bit and it snowballs poorly, and being able to improvise has gone a long way. Chris Bernetti with the ball here, looking to make a play here. 2-on-2 forming. Chris Bernetti looked for him to turn and shoot. Oh, pass to Amy. Looks to make a play. Great break up by Lindsay Hightower. Jerica Holleran, shot broken up by Joe Abbott. Chipped out. Phil Glazier unable to keep it in. First Ladies Rec might be streamed. I'm not sure. If I don't stream it, I'm going to try to get someone else to do it. Big keep in by Phil. Joe Arata throws it back. Becca's going to gather this one up. A minute left, folks. 1-1 game right now. Becca Newman makes a play here. Chip to Anarbon, who had the first goal of the game. That ball's thrown all the way out. Lindsay Hightower is going to gather it up. And that will be an icing here. We stop the clock with about 50 seconds here. What do you see right now, Aryan? Last 50 seconds here. What do you think the plan is going to be for these teams to try to score?
I think you can't really try to win the face-off. Either team just needs to push it up and run.
Push it out, or just gain the zone and kind of hope something good happens?
Yeah. And I'd get Abdul out there, gain the zone, have him shoot, and get a rebound.
I think that's a fair point. I mean, Abdul at the point can let it rip. Very offensively minded right there. And right now, so if I'm Gwendolyn, I put out Abdul. On defense, Lindsay or Andra, both are fine. I think either would do great. Maybe I'd consider putting. I like this. I put Juliet out there as a forward, but Becca on the point. Becca plays forward a lot more often than D, but she's got a huge shot.
Yep.
So she scored a goal Wednesday from the point, and she let one rip that was redirected by Allison Rapp here, so she can shoot. And we're going to send out Seth, Dan, and Juliet here, but responded by Amy, Jason Boyd, goal scorer right there. Andy Gladfelter, huge assist man on that goal right there. Carolyn and Jim Reese. 48 seconds left. Go Gladiators indeed. Muscle, muscle, muscle with the emojis. And there's Abdul. Nice. Juliet is off right now. Stigmatic's going to have to reset. Throws it in deep. Becca gathers up. She throws it in. That's what you said. Gain the zone. Abdul picks it up here. Loses it. Amy picks her pocket. Becca's going to gather it up. Going to pitchfork it in deep. Carolyn's going to go gather this one up. We're on the edge of our seats here.
15 seconds.
Carolyn pitchforks it. Amy throws it down. And that will be an icing with 10 seconds left here. Both teams would love an offensive zone draw here with the final seconds. Chris Bernetti can shoot for the stick magnets. Abdul can shoot here for the Gladiators.
I'd pull a goalie if I were Gwendolyn.
Ooh, 10 seconds, 11 seconds. Pulling the
And I just go for the win.
It's going to be a timeout white here. Abdul's going to gather it up, says, win that draw, hit me with that shot and let me let it rip. Yeah, I feel like if I'm the Gladiators, I would, hockey strategy here. I wouldn't have anyone line up on the right side. I'd have them both. I'd put Becca, Juliet, and Dan all on the left side to block for Abdul, or also allow him, if he wins it straight, pushes it, they'll have 3 players in front of the net.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll see what happens here. Well, actually, Abdul's lining low. This is strange. I'm not a fan of this here, but we'll see what happens. I guess I'm gonna put Becca on this point. They know she can shoot too. Interesting strategy here. I definitely would have done differently. Abdul might not be the greatest hockey mind. He wants him to win it forward. That's the plan. Juliet tries to throw it in. Abdul's going to get to a 5 seconds. Turning shot. Just misses the net here. Seth, shot. That ball's loose. Jason Boyd bats it out, and that will be the end of the game here. 1-1. Interesting strategy by Gwendolyn. It wasn't the worst.
No, but it wasn't the best.
It's definitely not the best right there. Thanks for watching. This is a 1-1 game here. Stick Magnets 1 goal, Jason Boyd from Andy Gladfelter. The goal from Enerbon from Joe Abbott. So that's a great game, exciting D4 action. Thanks for joining us, folks, and catch us later on for some more exciting stream action. Thanks for Arian for joining, and Jason Stitcha. It was great having them casting with us, and hopefully we'll get Arian out here doing this more often, right?
Yep, definitely.
Awesome, love having it. For Joe Shea, this is DCHL League stream signing off.